In this video, I'm gonna spend 24 hours flipping items in my house to try to make the most amount of money as possible. What is up YouTube, it's your boy Jay Rich back at it with another video. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. So in one of my most recent videos, I talked about multiple different ways that you guys can make money from home with no money to start, and a lot of people like that video. It's doing really well. And one of the first ways and methods I mentioned in the video on how you can make money from home is by selling some used items that you have in your house on Mercari. And somebody hit me up on Instagram a few days after I launched the video on YouTube and said just from watching that video, they started Mercari and they were able to do $700 in 30 minutes. So that is absolutely amazing. It caught my attention and it sparked an idea for this video. So I want to challenge myself to spend 24 hours trying to sell items from my house on Mercari to see if I could try to make the most amount of money as possible. And for those of you that do not know what Mercari is by far one of the best apps to sell things online, and especially in the time that we're in right now, it's one of the best ways to make money because everybody's in quarantine, so they can't really go shopping. So a lot of people are spending their money to buy things online, so that leaves a huge opportunity for all of you to make money on this platform. And listing items on the Mercari app is extremely easy. All you have to do is download the app by clicking the link in the description below, then open the app, list your item, and then once you get a sale, you just ship it to the customer. And I'm gonna go full in depth, step by step on how to list items on Mercari, as well as some tips and some tricks on how to be successful selling on the platform. So I'm gonna try to make at least $100, but the goal is to make the most amount of money as possible. So with that being said, you guys know that I do not like wasting time, so we're gonna get straight into it. I need to find some items in my house to sell, then I need to list it on Mercari, and then hopefully we can get some sales. So without further ado, let's go find some items. Alright, so I found some items in my house to sell, and to start off with, I'm going to sell these 3 Supreme beanies. And Supreme is basically a hypebeast brand, and these beanies were very limited release. A lot of Supreme items are limited, and it's really interesting in that type of industry. A lot of the hypebeast brands like Supreme, Bape, and even like for the sneaker world, like Nike and Jordan, when they collab with like Travis Scott, or a bunch of Jordan releases, and then like Adidas Yeezy, when those are released, they're very limited. So if you're able to get a pair or any of those items, you could resell them for a lot of profit, and even sometimes doubling, tripling, or even more of your money. And it's really interesting, that industry, because those type of items can produce higher returns than you investing in stocks. So I highly recommend you guys, do your research and kind of, if you know about this type of business where, reselling streetwear or sneakers, you guys can make a lot of money if you could get your hands on the release when they come out. But if you can't get the items as soon as they come out, that's totally fine. I know it's extremely hard to get these items as soon as they come out because everybody's trying to get them. But even if you pay the resale price right after they release and you hold on to the item, for months or years, you can still double or triple your money, or even more. It all depends on how limited the item is. Some items are not only extremely limited, but they will never get re-released ever again, so they become more valuable over time. So I highly recommend you guys, do your own research on this type of business because this could be extremely profitable. So I have 3 beanies to sell, and when they first come out, I paid like $40 each for them. I think it was like 2 years ago, I'm not exactly too sure, but now I could basically sell them for triple the price. So hopefully I can sell these really fast. I have the black one. This is the one that is in most demand, so this should probably sell really fast. Then I have a navy blue one. This one looks like the black one, but it's not, it's navy blue. I don't think this one is that much in demand, but we might be able to sell it really fast. Then I have the green one, and this one is not really in demand, so I'm expecting to sell this very slowly, so I might not be able to sell it at all, or I'm gonna have to lowball the price a lot. So hopefully, we can sell these beanies super quick at a good price so that I can make the most amount of money as possible. So the next item that I'm gonna sell is this Travis Scott Astroworld hoodie, and this is another limited item that goes up in value as well. This is when Travis Scott did the Astroworld tour, and this is actually the merch hoodie, so you have to go to the tour and get the merch to purchase this hoodie. So another extremely limited item that goes up in value after you buy it. But the bad thing about it, I have worn that hoodie a few times, so it's not exactly new, so I'm gonna have to sell it for a lower price, but hopefully I can sell that hoodie super fast. So the last item that I'm gonna gonna try to sell is this Amazon Fire Stick. And for those of you that do not know what a Fire Stick is, it basically allows you to plug it in your TV and you'll be able to stream like Netflix, Hulu, and other streaming services. But the thing is, I don't really use this anymore because a lot of the newer TVs nowadays are smart TVs that automatically have those streaming services installed. So it's not much use for this anymore if you have a smart TV. But if you don't, you probably need this to stream Netflix and all the other streaming services. So hopefully I can sell this at a good price. You know, I do not have the remote that comes with this, so I'm gonna have to sell it for a lower price. But hopefully, you know, I can get like 20 bucks for it or something like that. So we're gonna see how that goes. So to sum up all the items that I'm gonna try to sell are 3 Supreme beanies. So a black one, a navy blue one, and a green one. A Travis Scott Astroworld merch hoodie. And lastly, a used Amazon Fire Stick with no remote. So now I'm just gonna list these items on the Mercari app and hopefully we can get some sales within 24 hours. So without further ado, let's go. So before I list the item on Mercari, I usually like to see what prices the items have been selling at recently on the app. And a quick way to do this, all you have to do is open the app, then go to search up your item, and then you'll see a bunch of items that are similar to yours that have been sold recently. And if we take a look at this item was sold at $90 3 days ago, and another item was sold at $80 3 days ago. So now I have a good idea on what to price this item at. So I'll basically just do the same thing for all the other items and see what prices are selling. And for the Astroworld hoodie, remember it's used, so I have to find a similar used item and see what it's sold at. And this one sold at $94 and it states 9.5 out of 10 condition, which is basically the same condition as my hoodie. So that's around the price range that I'm gonna list it at. And lastly, for the Amazon Fire Stick, this is going to be a bit difficult because remember, I do not have the remote that comes with it. But luckily, I did find a seller that sold it at $16, which is pretty good. You know, the goal is to get at least $20 from it. So now I can know that if I price it within a $20 range, then I might be able to get a sale. So now it's time to list the items, and a quick and easy way to do this is just search up your item, then find a similar item just like yours, then hit that listing, then hit sell now, and then you just add your pictures. And remember to take really good pictures that show the details and the condition of the item. So if you list the item by using this method, a lot of the details will be automatically filled for you. So you just need to edit the title, then add a brief description, and for the description, just describe the item, the condition of the item, the authenticity, and all the other details. So after that, then you'll just select shipping, and items sell faster when it's free shipping. So I'm just going to select free shipping, and then the weight is about 8 ounces. And if you hit calculate shipping, this is going to give you an estimate of how much you'll pay in shipping. So lastly, you'll just select the price, and the really cool thing about Mercari is that they give you a good idea on what price range sells the fastest, and they also show you a bunch of similar items just like yours and what prices they sold at. So the average seems to be around $67, but remember, I'm trying to make the most amount of money as possible, and I've seen someone sell it for $80 and $90 recently in the last 3 days. So I'm going to price this at $90 and then list it and see how that goes. So the normal way to list on the Mercari app is extremely easy as well. You just go to the home page, then hit sell, then take a picture of your item, and then be sure to add more good pictures that show the item's detail and the condition. And it's basically the same thing as last time. You just add the title, add a description, add some hashtags, then be sure to add the item's details, and then select the shipping. And lastly, you'll just select the price. And a really cool feature that Mercari has that I absolutely love and want to talk about is called the smart pricing feature. So for example, I'm going to price this higher than recommended at $75, but I'm also going to enable smart pricing. And with smart pricing, it allows you to set your price, then set your floor price, which is the lowest price that you're willing to sell the item at, and then Mercari will automatically gradually lower the price, and this will allow you to sell the item the quickest time as possible and also the best price as possible. So then I'll basically just repeat this process with the rest of the items that I'm going to be selling. So I'll add all the good pictures, I'll add all the titles, all the descriptions, all the item details, and then select free shipping for all of them. And lastly, I'll enable smart pricing for all of them so that they sell in the quickest time as possible. So now all of the 5 items are officially listed, so hopefully we get some sales within 24 hours.
24 hours later.
Alright, so officially it's been 24 hours and I have some really good news. I was able to hit my goal of $100, so the total amount after the Mercari fees and shipping was $129.01. So I ended up selling 3 out of the 5 items, and the first item that I sold was actually the Amazon Fire Stick. Surprisingly, literally like 15 to 20 minutes after I listed it, somebody offered me to buy the item. The item was listed at $20. Someone offered me $18 and I countered it with $19, and he agreed and he bought the item. I was extremely surprised by how fast somebody bought that Amazon Fire Stick, and shortly after that, about 1 to 2 hours later, somebody bought the Travis Scott Astroworld hoodie for $80. Surprisingly, the Supreme beanies took forever to sell, and it makes total sense. We're approaching summer right now, so the temperature is getting hotter, so not too many people are interested in buying beanies. So with that being said, I just sold the beanie about 2 hours ago, and it wasn't until after I lowered the price to $55 that somebody actually bought it. And the beanie I sold was a green one, which I didn't really care about that much, but I had to lower the price. I started at $75, then I lowered the price to $70 to $65 to $60, and somebody finally bought it at $55 2 hours ago. And for the other beanies, the black and the navy blue, since I already hit my goal of $100, I took them off Mercari because I didn't want to sell those at a super low price. If I just wait to the fall, winter time in a few months, I can sell them for easily over $100 when the demand is much higher than it is right now. So all in all, I consider this challenge a success. I made $129 by literally just selling 3 things in my house within 24 hours. So I highly recommend you guys start selling things on Mercari. I was able to sell most of these things within 2 hours. Like I said, the Amazon Fire Stick, I sold that within 10 to 15 minutes, so that's absolutely crazy. So Mercari is an excellent way for you guys to make some extra money by literally just selling some things in your own home, especially in this time that we're in because everybody's in quarantine, so you literally don't have to leave the house to make money. So I highly recommend you guys take advantage of it. So that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this challenge and got some value from it. And if you're new to this channel, before I close out each video, I always give out an inspirational quote, and today's quote applies perfectly to this challenge. It's from Theodore Roosevelt, and he said, "Do what you can with what you have where you are right now." And until then, my friends, be great.